Sauce it or toss it. Sauce it or toss it. Sauce it or toss it.
We'll talk about that later. I haven't seen that movie. Sauce or toss it.
We know.
JT Miller will be broken again before the season is over.
Oh, no. Okay, Sauce. Yeah, probably. It'll happen again. I've been burned before. I mean, it's great that he's doing this now, but I just feel like there's going to be 3 games left in the season. He's just not going to give a fuck, and he's going to be like, oh, God.
Think of the coaches that are better than Rick Tocchet that kind of were like, we gotta move on from this guy.
Yeah.
Sauce or toss it, Arash. We were watching the Buffalo Sabres right now. They just tied it up 2-2 in the third against Toronto. The Sabres are closer to contending than the Ottawa Senators.
Ooh. Contending for what? Like the Stanley Cup or the playoffs?
Being a contender.
Yeah, I will say the Buffalo Sabres are a smidge closer. I understand there's comparable pieces, but man, if Buffalo gets if Devin Levy comes on from Northeastern and he's like the truth, like he has been everywhere he's played.
Look out.
Oh, man. I mean, they got Rasmus going off, Tage Thompson, Jeff Skinner's bounced back. Alex Tuck seems to be right at home.
Literally and figuratively.
Literally and figuratively.
And how about this? They have the lowest salary in the NHL right now.
You think they're going to go after Patrick Kane?
They're not going to go after anything stupid, but they can make some additions and not be broken.
Okay, tell me, is there? And I know Patty Kane is a very problematic figure, but you tell me a 2-year deal to Buffalo, bring Patrick Kane home. How sexy do the Buffalo Sabres look if it's
I don't know
a 60 to 70 point Patrick Kane?
I like the idea on paper. I also don't because it's Pat Kane, but they did that with Taylor Hall and that thing was a bust.
Taylor Hall and Patrick Kane aren't the same.
No,
Taylor Hall had one good season in which he fandangled a Hart Trophy from Claude Giroux.
True. No, what's his name? Fudgeroo,
yeah, the TikTok.
I was putting a clip from our vlog on TikTok, and the auto-generated captions were Fudgeroo on the power plate.
Fudgeroo on the power plate, s'mores.
Arash, let's go off the board.
Yeah.
Sauce it or toss it, the Juno Awards marquee act being Nickelback and the Weeknd not being there.
Toss. Well, no, Sauce, because it's the Junos. Of course, the Weeknd. Why would the Weeknd be there?
Please.
Why does Simu Liu keep doing this? Stop. It's the Junos. Nobody cares about the Junos. The Junos don't even care about the Junos. Every time the Junos have to come along. Now, I will say this. The people that have been involved with producing the Junos.
Oh, you're smoothing it over.
Listen. It's a great show. But the people who come up with the entire idea of giving, the pomp and circumstance of it.
Yeah.
Listen,
it ain't there, pal.
It ain't there, pal. So,
I did love in the Discord, somebody came in and was like, no offense to you Canadians or your awards, but Nickelback being your all in, your main event marquee, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, we got nothing else, really.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. The Flyers will, in all caps, not do a proper rebuild.
Toss. I think that they've after they've seen their arena kind of ransacked by other fans, and that was bad.
He's been Danny Briere pilled.
That's bad. That's the one thing they've always relied on is that no matter what, the Flyers fans, they'll love it no matter what we do.
They'll kill you.
They'll kill you, but they'll love you at the same time. That they just stopped coming, and then that's a big red flag.
Was Rick Tocchet a Flyer?
Yes.
Speaking of former Flyers, Rick Tocchet and Adam Foote as Canuck coaches.
And Sergei Gonchar.
Was he a Flyer too?
Oh, no.
No, I'm just those two.
Wait, Adam Foote was never a Flyer.
I'm not. I'm just saying Rick Tocchet was.
But Tocchet was, okay.
The sauce and toss is Rick Tocchet and Foote as Canucks head coach or head coach.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good.
Yeah.
I think Rick has brought. Yeah, we're seeing semblances of a proper structure within the organization top to bottom. I think Jeremy Colton is also doing a great job in Abbotsford. You're seeing like Atu like coming up and having seasoned some games in the A, and like they know kind of how they want everyone to play. Sorry. And then Adam Foote. Yeah, Footy, man. Why would I just, again, it's a really small sample size, and I understand that people are getting PTSDs of the Boudreaux bump. But we'll see what happens in the off season. It's just, yeah, for good for them. I mean, the big thing everyone's really worrying about is like, oh no, they're winning games. Like they were going to win games. They're gonna win games. They're in a battle between 5 and 9th overall. They're not getting in the top 4. Just enjoy it. Just like it's a couple percentile spots. I understand that Connor Bedard is the future franchise, whatever. I get it. But if you're thinking that they're going to be like, well, oh no, Demko's winning a game, better trade him and pull a Buffalo and try and like scorch our tank with the idea that there is no listen. It would be different this season, I think, if the idea was that like only the bottom 3 have equal chance, like the lottery was rigged in that way. Mm-hmm. Then I'd be like, okay, if you're in December and Demko is out and you're cratering as badly as you are, I think they completely flex in and they tell Thatcher, hey Thatcher, you know what? We got the specialist in Cancun. Maybe go there for a couple months and see if he can work it out.
You could hear that wink.
Hear that wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, Tage stops out of the back. Oh, great save, Matt Murray.
But
if it was like that, then yeah, I think that argument is a bit more valid, and we're like, hey, Spencer Martin, no, you're doing great. Just keep playing, buddy. Just keep playing. Yeah, I would see that argument, but man, it's like a couple percentile spots and like.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I don't know. Just have fun. Like your life is a little too short right now. I understand in the long-term picture of everything that they scored fucking Toronto. Cousins. I know in the long-term photo of everything that yeah, it's been a really bad decade and people are miserable and everything compounds upon itself. I just think this specific slice of time, it doesn't like just enjoy.
It's not a representation of the.
It's just like it's not. If this was a battle for first overall, yeah, I can see the argument, but it's like this is between 5 and 9, and it's a couple percentile spots, and it doesn't really matter.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. It's okay is more than okay.
Yeah, I'll take the L on this one. I will take the L. I had my trepidations. I had my worries. We went to It's Okay After on Saturday night. Great little spot. Cozy, good not overdone.
Yep.
Good music. And it just felt like a bunch of people having chill vibes and a couple beers and a lot of people. We saw another kind of we saw Elias Pettersson jersey.
Yeah, somebody commented on my Quinn Hughes jersey. Great place.
Finally, tidy piece of business.
Speaking of things that cost $5, not just pucks on it on Patreon.
Yeah.
Sauce or toss it, Rash, throwing a whole rotisserie chicken on the ice when Andrei Kuzmenko scores a goal.
Check it out. I'm gonna toss this, but we're gonna have this is the last sauce toss, but we're also gonna discuss it as a topic. Ryan,
did you toss the chicken toss?
No.
Are you saucing the toss?
I'm saucing the chicken.
Are you tossing it on the ice?
I'm tossing it on the ice. Okay. Ryan, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.